Hey traders, we're going to have a quick look at all the markets. Let's see what's going on. Let's get straight into it. Do not place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video today, because trading is risky and it can cause substantial financial loss. There are so many areas you need to become good at to become a good trader. Emotional mastery, chart reading, trading systems, money and trade management. So this video is just educational only to help you become a much better trader. Alright, hey traders, my voice, it's still 3 days into this and my voice is still not 100%, but I think it's getting a lot better. So let's get ready to rumble. Let's have a look at the markets. Let's have a look at what's actually going on here. Now, I did a video yesterday, and the video was simply saying it's actually really interesting. This has played out exactly the way that I thought it would. When we got the drop down on Friday, I did a video on Monday saying, you know what, I'm expecting the market to rally up, hit the resistance, and then rally back down. And if you go back, you'll be able to see that. Go back to my last couple of videos, you'll be able to see that. And it's sort of spot on with what has actually happened. And we got a nice couple of 100-point drop in the Dow Jones. Now, I did a video yesterday saying that I think this is going to fail here and we're going to start to go down. And that's exactly what has actually happened. You can see that this false breakout here, let me just do this here. Let's just do this. Let me delete that off the screen. Let me delete that off the screen. Alright, cool, there we go. So you can see that this false breakout here hit resistance. This whole resistance here, this whole thing is just a false breakout. The markets ran down, came back up, hit resistance, and I did a video yesterday saying that I think this market's going to fail here and we're going to start to reject down. And that's exactly what we can actually start to see. Same with the S&P 500. Yes, we're getting into those areas of support, but we're now getting a bit of a rejection on the downside as well too. Lots of pressure on the downside. Same for the Russell as well too. A nice almost 2% on the downside. Volatility is back, and especially on the Nasdaq. If I go back to the Nasdaq and I show you this Nasdaq is a complete and utter false breakout. And now the market, you can see this was last year's high. It ran up, it sort of stayed up there as much as it could, then it ran down, came back up, hit resistance, and came back down. If you are bullish, and I had a comment on my video yesterday saying, by the time this market crashes, Santa Claus will come true, or something like that. Something to that effect anyway. And I'm like, right now the charts are screaming bearish. There's nothing on the charts that is saying this is bullish. Yes, the overall trend is to the high side, and yes, the moving average is pointing up, so therefore the buyers are still in control, and yada 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 and yada yada yada. I look at these charts right now, guys, and I see that if you guys are bullish and you guys are long and you guys think this market's going to go up, there is nothing about the price action on this chart that says, hey, we are going to, this is very bullish. We've had a false breakout. And the market ran up above the resistance and then came straight back down. One, false breakout. That is not bullish. Secondly, the market runs back up, hits the area of resistance and fails. That is not bullish. And on top of that, if you actually go and have a look at the daily charts, let's go look at the daily charts. The daily charts, especially on the Dow Jones, are forming this lower peak, lower trough. Guys, there's nothing bullish about this. And I'm warning you guys. This is a warning for you guys that are bullish, that are still long right now. You know what? I could be wrong here. And the market could be holding where it is right now quite nicely around the 18,000 level. And we could see a move back to the high side. I doubt that though. And right now, guys, if you are long, if you are bullish in this market and say, you know what, the market always goes up, guys, look what the market is telling you. Look at what the market is telling you. We've got a false breakout. We've got big selling red bars with big volume as well too. We've now created that false breakout as well too. There's nothing bullish about this scenario here, guys. So if you're one of these people that is so deluded in your mind that the plunge protection team and the government's not going to allow this thing to crash and blah blah blah, guys, if you guys think that the government's not going to allow this thing to crash, well, tell me, where was the government back in August and January, February, August last year, August, September last year, and January, February this year? Where were they? Oh, what, they suddenly went on holidays, did they? You know what? No, then the government's not going to let the market go down again because of Hillary Clinton, because of this, because of that, because of this, because of that. And this is where, guys, if you want to be a good trader, you got to stop listening to that bullshit out there. Because they just say, you know what? No, John, you don't understand. You know, you just don't understand. The government's just going to keep pushing this thing up. Well, if it's going to keep pushing this thing up, the market will tell us it's going to push us up. Right now, it's not saying that. Right now, the market is saying it's very, very weak. And I'd be very, very scared if I was bullish right now. Thank God I'm not. I'm actually on the flip side of that. But do you know what I'm saying there? It's, you know, guys, so many people have this assumption that you trade for what you hope and not what you see. And so many people, if you are bullish right now, and I know, and I look at the commitment of traders, and so many people are bullish here. And it's like, and they're probably going to stay bullish because, you know what, the government's not going to let this market crash. And every time it goes down, it's just going to go back up again. Don't be the fool. Don't be the fool. All right, only fools trade like that. Trade with what you see. Have a tight stop and have a good profit target and get out. I was listening to Ray Dalio. Ray Dalio, I think that's how you pronounce his name. He has I think he has the largest fund in the largest fund in the world right now. I think it's $100 and something billion. And do you know what? Even he says, I read an interview with him from Money Master the Game with Tony Robbins, and he was saying he's looking for a 5-to-1 risk to reward ratio, meaning if he's risking $1, he's looking for a minimum of $5 profit. That's the scenario he's setting up. He's not buying and just hoping that this is going to be a good trade and the market goes down. You know, he's going to say, you know what? Nah, even though I'm in a loss, the government keeps picking this up. No. You know, you've got to learn from these big professional traders out there that this is how they trade the markets. This is how they really, really trade the markets. I've said this for so long right now. My short-term trades, or my trades, I'm looking for that short-term profit, but that long-term the short-term loss, but that long-term, smaller loss, bigger profit. So guys, all in all, if you are bullish in the market and you're in a trade right now and you're playing the hopomania, mean you just hope that the government hope the government comes in and buys this thing up, guys, don't be deluded. You know, if you think the government's just going to keep pushing this market up because of Hillary Clinton, because they won't let this market drop because of this, because of that, blah, 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 they're going to print more money. Guys, if they said they're going to print more money, what does that say? That what they've done in the past hasn't worked. And what do you think it's going to do to the market? It's going to make it pull down really quickly, right? Really, really quickly. So, if you are bullish right now, guys, and you're playing the hopomania game, just don't. Get yourself out, take the loss, and then just be done with it. You say, you know what? This thing doesn't look like it's going up. We're getting a lot of false breakouts. And again, you can see by, especially even on this chart here, that was the high there. You can see that this is a complete false breakout on this, creating a low peak, low trough. We're now rolling over. Even if the trend has been slowly overall stair-stepping up, guys, you've got to take the picture you've got to take the whole picture. Not just the daily chart, but the weekly chart as well too. So the daily chart, guys, the daily chart, the weekly chart is saying, yeah, we've been stair-stepping up ever since basically that pullback at the start of the year. But guys, when you start to look at the bigger picture is we've just created a false breakout, and now we're stepping down with decent volume coming back into the markets. That is not a good sign. That is not a good sign for you if you're trading the markets. And if you want to be good at trading, you must learn how to take a loss. If you want to become good at trading, you must learn that there is an art to say, you know what, I'm not going to get every trade right. So guys, I can't stress this enough. If you are bullish right now and you are playing the Hopomania game, just get out. Because there's nothing on this chart that's bullish. Oh, but John, the moving average is pointing up. Oh, come on. Come on. The chart is telling you what's going on. The chart is the king. And guess what? If this thing is going to go up to 20,000, the chart will show you. Then jump on the trend. Wait for the chart to show you where it's going to go. Then you jump on that. And the chart is not saying this thing's going to go up to 19,000, 20,000. The chart is saying, hey, we just created a false breakout. Now we're rolling over. And that false breakout started becoming resistance, and we actually had a nice pullback. You see what I'm saying there, guys? So, yeah, that's just all I have to say with this video. I guarantee you I'm going to get so many people who are going to come to me after this thing is over and done with and say, you know what, John? I thought the government this and I thought that and I thought this. Don't trade on your thoughts. Don't trade on what you think. Don't trade on what you hope. If you get into a trade, if you want to be in this market for long term, you have a predetermined risk, at least 3 to 4 times profit target, or at least twice profit target to your one risk, and then just be done with that. You know what I mean? And if you have a loss, you say, you know what, that was a losing trade. That's how you protect your account. But guess what happens? Some people might take a profit, and then they get into one trade, and that one trade wipes out all their profits. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. If you are very, very bullish in this market right now, and this even includes stocks in the mining industry, no one knows what's going to happen. But as I said before, Ray Dalio, the biggest fund trader on the planet right now, even he says he has a 5-to-1 risk to reward ratio. So if he's risking $1, he's looking for a $5 profit. Anyway, guys, that is my warning. That is my hurt to you. If you guys are bullish right now, and I know there's so many people that are bullish, I'm not. I'm actually bearish. I'm on the flip side. That's why I'm long the VIX right now, having a great time with that thing. Remember, success can be yours if you go claim it. So step up, take massive action, and face your fears today. I'm not going to BS you here. Trading is hard. Over my 10 years of trading, I've learned some amazing systems and strategies, and I've put it all in my brand new Grab the Markets by the Balls course, and I'm giving you 100% free access. This whole course is 12 videos long and almost 10 hours of the best systems and strategies that I know. Click on the image below now to get 100% free access right now.